Today in Grow a Garden and Roblox, I want to help you guys with your pet achievements. So I got some tips for you, some things to do, some lists of pets to acquire to make it as easy for you as possible. If this sounds interesting, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Become part of the first 200k OGs on the channel because you're about to lose your chance because 300k is right around the corner. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first tip on how to do your pet achievement as fast as humanly possible is to literally start hatching eggs right now. Just start. Don't stop. Never stop hatching eggs. Let's take a look, shall we? If we open up the thing and we scroll down the thing and we go thing to the bottom thing and we go thing and you take a look, it says hatch 1,750 eggs. This is probably going to be the hardest achievement you have to do. Now, how do we speed that up? How do we make that easier? I have some suggestions for you in this video because I'm gathering all this information for myself as well because I have finally completed my plant achievement. I've got my statue, I've got my bigger inventory space, so now I'm personally working on the pets. So the first tip, start hatching. Hatch early, hatch often, don't stop hatching. Now this is going to lead into tip number 2. How do we hatch eggs faster? There's multiple ways. But we'll start with the basic ways. The basic ways are to use pets to help you hatch faster. Some of those involve the chicken. Some of those involve the rooster. Some of those involve the blood kiwi. And many people think the blood kiwi is the fastest way. But I believe I've seen the math, and eagles, bald eagles, are better than blood kiwis. 8 bald eagles hatch faster than 8 blood kiwis. Now, there are some people who swear by 5 blood kiwi and 3 bald eagle, but I'm not sure. I do know that 8 bald eagles do it faster than 8 blood kiwis. So you want to have access to these pets that will hatch things faster. Bald eagles are best, blood kiwis are next, and then you have chickens and roosters. And we'll talk about chickens and roosters later on in the video, mind you. Moving on to tip number 3, and that tip is to buy every single egg you see in the shop for forever, from now until the end of time. You need to unhatch and open up as many eggs as possible because you have to hatch 1,750. So always buy eggs, every single category. I don't care if it's common, uncommon, rare, grab them all. Because if you don't, you're going to regret it in the future because you're going to want to be able to hatch all these different guys. Even for the catch them all achievement, look at all these names of things you have to obtain. And you can obtain them by hatching them, but that's not the only way. As you can tell by this red fox here, I haven't hatched a red fox. I tested something, and there's something you can do. And this moves on to tip number 4. Tip number 4, you don't have to hatch everything. You can trade and or be gifted them and acquire them. I'll give an example. In my inventory right now, I happen to have some of the pets listed here. I own a squirrel. I have a squirrel in my inventory. I have 8 of them, in fact, but I don't have it obtained, apparently. So what I did with my red fox, for example, I gifted my red fox to my alt and then gifted it right back to my main. And as soon as I received the fox, I got the achievement. So if you have some of these pets, like a dragonfly, for example, I've got like 3 dragonflies in my inventory. I can just give one to my alt, give it back to my main, and boom, I've obtained a dragonfly. So you don't need to hatch all of these pets, but you need to obtain all these pets. And if you have some of them, just swap them with an alt, swap them with a friend, bring it back to your main character, and boom, you'll get credit for all these achievements. And that leads on to my next tip. If you don't own any of those pets, you can simply trade to acquire them. Many of them are very inexpensive to acquire. And actually, speaking about pets to acquire, that actually bleeds into my next tip. And this one's pretty important. I have a list of every pet you're going to need to complete all of the achievements. I built this list by going in here and reading and being like, oh, a dog digs up seeds. You're gonna need a dog. Golden lab dig up seeds. You're gonna need a golden lab. And that's how I built this list and how you can just not even look at my list and build your own list of all the things you're going to need to do. And this is the list. As you can see right here, you can take a screenshot and go out there and grab all these pets. Now, you could always hatch and acquire some of these pets, like your cats and your deers and your dogs and your labs. You can always hatch them along the way and have them in your inventory because you're going to need to use these pets to do different things. Some of them you have to age up to level 100. Some of them you have to use their abilities a certain number of times, but you're going to need each and every single one of these pets to complete all the pet achievements. So take this list, screenshot it, write it down somewhere, or just look through the pet achievements yourself and figure out which pets you're going to need. Now let's talk about some advanced tips. Let's say you want to be able to hatch your 1,750 eggs, and you know that's a lot of eggs. How do we save on eggs? How do we acquire more eggs outside of just buying them? Well, there are 2 pets you're going to possibly need. And one of them is going to be the koi. You'll want to have as many of these as you can, preferably 8 koi, this little guy right here. And the other pet you're probably going to need are seals, those guys over there. Seals give you eggs back whenever you sell eggs to the store or sell pets to the store, sorry. And koi give you eggs back every time you hatch an egg. You have a chance to do so. So using your koi when you hatch the eggs and using your seals when you sell the spare pets are great ways to get you bonus eggs to help you continually hatch eggs. Now, there are some achievements that require you to age up pets to a certain age, whether it's an age 75 monkey, an age 100 squirrel, etc. What you need to do is acquire some pets that will help you with aging your pets. And one of the easiest and best ways to do that are owls. As you know, pets grow half an experience per second. The owl can double that or even triple that for every owl you have on the field. So what you can do is have a bunch of owls. For example, I have some rainbow owls I happen to trade for. You can use the rainbow owls to help you level up these pets, get them to 100, get them to 75, get them to 50 to help with those achievements. If owls don't work, you can use a bunch of capybaras with the pancake stacks. You can use Dilophosauruses. There's a lot of pets that help you age up pets. So use those to age up those pets as fast as you can for your achievements. And another thing you're going to want to have to do is get an alt, because gifting 200 pets is an achievement in here. So you're going to want to have an alt to gift your pets to over and over and over again. And it's going to take a long time because it's a slow process, but it's the only way. Unless you want to gift pets to strangers, you might want to have an alt and gift your pet to your alt. Another achievement you're going to have to worry about is using boosts on pets. And if you don't want to run out of boosts, you're going to want to do this next tip, which is to get a Discord notifier. I have a link in the description down below to the Dawn Discord server. It's my home away from home. I'm not sponsored. It's not my server. I'm a guest there, but I'm there all the time. I've got like 6,000 messages in that server. It's where I always am. You need a Discord notifier to let you know when these pet boosts are in the store, things like pet treats and pet toys, so you can use on your pets to grind out this achievement. And another tip I'm going to have for you is you might want to acquire multiple of some of these pets. For example, a squirrel. It says to save 100 reclaimers while squirrels are active. If you only have one squirrel, and that squirrel has a 12.5% chance because it's an age 50 squirrel, you're going to go through a lot of reclaimers to get the squirrel to save 100 of them. However, if you have 8 squirrels, all at 12.5% on their ability, that means you have a 100% chance to get your reclaimer back. At that point, you just reclaim everything. You plant it and reclaim it, plant it, reclaim it, boom. Like me, you've done your 100 reclaimers easy. So you might want multiples of certain pets to do some of these achievements. Another example, getting 500 lucky dupes with the red giant ant. With only one red giant ant, this could take a long time. With 8 of them, much, much quicker. So be prepared to not just get one of these pets, read the achievements they're tied to, and decide for yourself, should I try and grab more than one to speed this along? Or do I only need the one just to get this done quickly? Those are all the tips and tricks I have to help you in this quest to do all the pet achievements. I think the pet achievements are actually harder than the plant achievements, especially hatching 1,750 eggs. That's going to take a while. Hence, I traded away my huge dragonfly and one of my huge capybaras to acquire that Titanic peacock. He's going to help me hatch eggs faster. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 200K OGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.